guys and gals, and everybody here from Drake Queen Game, and it's something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Winds of Change. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Shandy, we're up, and let's go. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let me see, did I go through all the options there? Yes, I did. Okay. How did the rebellion manage to seize it?
It wasn't too long ago, maybe half a year. The rebellion planned an attack. Our previous leader planned it down to even the smallest detail. Steal the blade, map out their castle, and pave way for our future liberation. I'll be honest, he knew he was going to die. He used his final moments to get the blade. Some people think it's a little fishy. How could we win so easily? Did they let us win? I don't think it's that deep. They just didn't expect our leader to effectively commit suicide.
It sounds impressive. Were you on that mission?
I was. Change the subject.
Oh, goodness. I would have liked to meet the old leader. I won't let him down.
I'm sure you won't. I don't think any of us will. The scope of his planning went farther than I could have imagined. Being the Elder of Valenorth, he planned every aspect of your involvement. I guess breaking Valenorth's non-partisan stance made perfect sense to him. Every little piece was in place. The liberation of Alestia was finally attainable. I just hope that you're everything you thought you'd be. Wielding that blade isn't easy.
Do you think Dominic will do a good job as his replacement?
He already is, and I'm happy to serve him. Things are going swimmingly. It helps that he was one of the founding members of the rebellion, too. At that point, though, he was too young to lead. Things are different now. He's done a fine job of honoring our leader's legacy and guiding us to victory. He had to make a few hard decisions, but I trust his judgment without question. Everything is going according to plan. Our final assault is all we need.
Alrighty. In my vision, Sophie used it on you.
Wait, he used the Blade of Exodus on me? That's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to wield it. You're the only one. Even Dominic nearly died the first time he touched it. I'm still surprised, though. He had a small vision when he did. Perhaps he has some spiritual energy inside of him. Either way, hopefully I went out in a blaze of glory.
You went out like a hero. You bought us time to escape.
Yeah, that sounds like me. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just thankful that this vision won't come to pass. I have a lot of life left in me. That makes me wonder, though. What was the purpose of seeing something like that? I can understand a vision of Valenorth being attacked, but seeing me and watching me die? We've never even met. How is it possible to know what I look like and how I act? I know the spirits give visions of the future, but that's so specific, and it won't happen.
His strength seemed incredible. Was it him or the blade?
Sylvie is an incredibly strong adversary, even without the blade. But if he's able to wield it, we better make sure it never enters his hands. His strength, coupled with that blade. I don't scare easily, but that's terrifying.
Wait, you mean Sophie can't use the blade?
There's no way he should be able to. I imagine even you're having trouble. It's not meant for just anybody to wield. You need an incredible spiritual connection. Dominic might have a small one, but Sophie? A man like that has no connection to the spirits.
Do you think we'll win because of it?
Hard to say. That depends on your ability to wield it. The Triumvirate had that blade for an eternity. You don't have that much time. Not to put too much pressure on your shoulders, it's just the truth.
Dominic saw our victory, though. Zamira told me.
Yeah, but you also saw me die, right? These visions aren't as reliable as I've been led to believe. Rather than seeing the future, it's almost like it shows you what to avoid. Too bad we can't avoid what's coming to Valenorth. When Dominic touched the blade, he saw Valenorth fall, and the rebellion win. It seems like he's embracing what he saw. Good thing you're not, or else I'd be dead.
Aside from the visions and blades, how do you feel about this war?
You mean how do I feel without our most valuable assets? Pretty terrible. Without visions to guide us and the power of that blade, we'd be dead. There's no way we could take them down through conventional means. However, at the moment, everything is in our favor. Everything. We just need to be careful. Do not let the Triumvirate or Sovi take that blade back. If we can do that, victory is as good as ours. A new future will rise to greet Alestia.
I'm glad to be on the winning side. This is going to be scary.
Scary is an understatement, but I've never been more certain of our victory. Dominic is pretty excited to meet you, actually. You're going to help us win this war.
To be honest, I actually can't even use it.
I'm fully aware of that. It'll take some training to get used to it. When we get to Museo, Dominic will place you under a strict training regimen. You need to get as much practice as possible before we launch our attack.
With enough practice, I'm sure I'll be able to master it.
Of course, and I'm glad you look at it that way. Practice makes perfect. We can't expect you to use it immediately. Just do your best to be careful. You know what that thing is capable of.
Would you like to try using it, Ulric?
I'll pass, thanks.
Do you think maybe somebody else could wield it instead?
Dominic was able to use it only for a brief second. Any longer than that and he would have died. I think this one rests on your shoulders alone.
Fate has chosen me. I accept the responsibility.
Good. Fighting your calling is never the right idea. Just embrace it and let's do great things together. You'll make it out of this as a hero, you know.
What can you tell me about Dominic and the rebellion?
Well, the rebellion was formed around 20 years ago. Survivors of the occupation banded together and sought justice. Adults trained orphaned children to create the perfect soldiers. A long time has passed, and now the children are old enough to fight. And they've been perfectly trained. Almost their only purpose. Dominic was one of these children. The previous leader raised him as his own.
How did you come to join it?
Obviously, I'm a little older. I wasn't a victim of the occupation. When it happened, I was just arriving in Museo to sell my sword arm. I moved here from Alarenthia as soon as I had the chance. Imagine wanting to get a new start and arriving in the middle of a war zone. That's pretty much what happened. So I did what anybody else would do. I joined the winning side, the Triumvirate, with the hopes of making money. It was going well, but then I realized they were killing children. I turned on them as quickly as I joined them, fighting for Museo. I was one of the first rebels. Got to watch Dominic grow up firsthand.
I'm glad you ended up choosing the right side.
That's purely subjective, but I happen to think you're right. The Triumvirate needs to be taken down or held accountable for what they did. Leaders should never get a free pass to commit atrocities. Never. I'm sure there's been insurrections in the past. There must have been. But the thing about us is that we have the Blade of Exodus, our victory. It was glad to know we think alike. Hold
up. Let me do that.
It was going well, but then I realized they were killing children.
Oh,
That's
right.
I'm sure
okay. Tell me more about Dominic.
He's a good man. I've watched him grow into a capable soldier. He always has this way of being happy no matter the odds. Even if we lost almost every rebel, he'd find a way to keep us going. Cracking a joke or two is always in his nature, even in grim circumstances. It can lighten the mood, that's for sure. Nothing is worse than low morale. That's probably what he's best at, keeping the soldiers happy and motivated.
He seems like a good man. I'm glad to be serving him.
I feel the same way. I'm confident that he'll lead us to victory.
So the rebellion is largely made up of occupation victims?
Absolutely. Everybody lost something special that day. Families were torn apart. Many people lost the will to live. A lot of the children only wanted one thing: revenge. And a lot of the adults saw one thing: an army ripe for training. They banded together, and the rebellion slowly became what it is today. We are finally strong enough to do something, and that's special.
My family was killed there. I guess I'm not alone.
Really? That's news to me. What a bad day to be in Museo. I guess it makes sense, though. You look like you carry purpose. You'll fit right in. I'm sure almost every rebel could relate.
I understood why it took so long to mount an offensive now.
Yeah, the bulk of the victims were children who lost their parents. Fast forward some 20-odd years and they're grown men and women. Nobody would send children to war. It was important to wait and train.
Training children to be soldiers? That's not right.
What else were we supposed to do? It's not like we forced them. They wanted to fight, to be trained, and we wanted an army. We were able to achieve unity and grow into the force we've become.
I don't think that's justification enough.
You don't have to. It's easy to get caught up in the present. When we win a beautiful future for everybody, that's when you'll see. This is necessary. Their future isn't truly gone. We can take it back.
Is the rebellion large? Do we have the numbers to win?
Not really. But it's not numbers that we need, just strategy. The Triumvirate's honor guard is weak. One man could easily kill 50. And with that blade on our side, they can't make any more. Just a matter of time.
Then I guess I'm glad we have this blade.
That's for sure. Without that blade, we'd never win. As I've always said, we can't take them down with conventional means. There's a lot resting on your shoulders. I hope you're up to the task.
Tell me about the previous leader.
There's not much to say. He doubled as the Elder of Valinor. You probably already know everything there is to know. You worked with him. The secrets he kept from you? Well, you've already been told. He sacrificed himself to get you that blade. Now he's gone. Dominic buried him underground in Mazeo's tunnels, our new home. In fact, you could see his grave if you wanted. Pay some respects.
Alright, y'all, actually going to go ahead and pause it right here. It's like this is a good lore dump episode. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!